Hey, this is a special episode. I think I'm gonna call this "Your Friend Steve Can't Sleep Cast." So it's gonna be just a bonus episode, just me in my bed, 3 in the morning, looking through Facebook, scrolling YouTube, Pornhub, the big three. Can't sleep, going a little crazy, you know. Having thoughts in my head like, what if Alex Jones is out there doing all these bullshit, doing all this, turning the frog gay and the moon's made of cheese, and with he's secretly giving us information, but we're all like, oh well, this dude's just crazy, so we don't really pay attention to him. But Alex Jones could be right. What if Alex Jones is right about the frogs? Maybe they are turning gay. I can't sleep. That's all I can think of. They're gay. The frogs are gay. You're living your life and frogs over here sucking and fucking each other. And they don't care. Well, to be fair though, all animals are gay. Actually, I don't think they're gay. I think they're more fuck it. You look good. I'm horny. Fuck it, let's do this. We're the ones who make things weird. Not weird, but it's a stigma. We could tell, so you can't suck and fuck. I mean, we used to do that all the time. I mean, back in the Roman days, they were sucking and fucking, didn't give a shit. A little age thing, which was really weird. They were like, well, grass on the field, play ball, and you're like, ugh, Romans, gross, ugh. Well, Romans did a lot of fucked up shit. I mean, they used to feed people to lions and shit, and bears. They just literally killed people. And they're like, oh, well, this is entertainment. That's before the Kardashians showed up. Though, to be fair though, watching a man be eaten by a lion, or watching Kim marry her eighth husband, I don't know which one has more value. But I mean, it's just it's to each their own. But all animals are sucking and fucking. Well, animals don't give blowjobs. Animals are a lot like my 8th grade girlfriend. R.I.P. Miss you every day. She's not even dead. I didn't even have an 8th grade girlfriend. That was a joke. They never found the body. So yeah, animals just do whatever the animals want to do. That's the best life. I feel bad for my cat sometimes. I'm like, oh, she just wants to be out there, chasing mice and shit. But no, she's just gets her 3 meals a day, eats, sleeps, does whatever. But it's just a lonely life being a cat, unless you have another cat with you. But then again, cat, if you get 2 cats, how do you know they get along? Maybe that's putting 2 random people together, and you're roommates now. You're best friends. That's all day. Every day. It's their own little reality show. They don't really give a shit. They don't like each other. Who knows? What if one cat's a vegetarian and the other cat's a meat lover? That's a sitcom. Damn, I need to write that. Well, then I guess technically no cat can be a vegetarian. Because it's not cats have grass type food. It's just all meats and shit. Then again, dude, a cat, all the cats do, you feed your cat the same thing every day. How horrible is that? I love pizza, but by day 3, I'm pizza every day? Ugh. Gotta switch it up. Put a little crabs in there. Shrimp's a weird food though. Who decided shrimp was delicious? I mean, it is, to be fair. But they're oh, well, look at these animals on the bottom of the ocean just eating shit, pretty much, cleaning up after people. I'm gonna put a little butter on there, a little garlic. Shrimp scampi. Who decided that? How did you look at shrimp who are shrimp? Ever see a live shrimp? They're fucking gross looking. And snails too. Who decided snail? Well, escargot. It's pretty salty, but it's pretty good. But it's I never, as a kid, I saw snails all the time. I guess I never see snails anymore, but as a kid I used to see them all the time, and I was never like, let me crack this thing open. It's probably delicious. It's a bug. It's literally a bug. And we're like, let me eat it. But then again, people eat ants, and, well, that's like Fear Factor. That's like Joe Rogan. But people do, like in other countries, they're like, this ant, let me just put a little chocolate on it. Chocolate ants. Boom. You eat it. Crunchy. All bugs have weird shells on outside as defense. Like, so they're all crunchy. I don't know. Ants are a weird one. I'll skip ants. Snails? Delicious. Crabs? Delicious. And then shrimp are great. I mean, you can make anything out of shrimp. I mean, not to go Bubba Gump on you, but there's so much you could do with shrimp. So this is just like Can't Sleep Cast. I don't know if this will be your like episode for the week, but I was just like, can't sleep, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Take some fucking melatonin or something and go to sleep, and then have to wake up a couple hours. So I figure I'd give you a little bonus, just little things on my brain, which pretty much this whole podcast is. It's just me rambling into a little microphone. And you 12 people listen. Actually, more people listen, but I don't think 12 people subscribe to me on YouTube. How insane is that? Like, our grandparents were like, like more interesting than us. And like 12 people are like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to listen to this guy on YouTube. And there's people on YouTube. 3 million people listen to you. Like, what? Like, I saw this one dude has a Madden thing, and I'm like, yeah, let me look at it. I was like, 4 million people listen to this dude, watch his videos every week. Every week, people take 15, 20 minutes out of their lives to watch this dude play Madden. Hey, he's not even that good. It doesn't seem like he's that good. It seems like he just does the same shit every day. That's what Madden is. It's literally people are like, oh, there's like 4 plays that are really good, and I'm going to just keep doing it over and over and over again. And you're like, all right, bro, cool. You looked up on YouTube how to do a money play. Cool. Good. Congratulations. But 4 million people watch this dude. Like, I wonder, like, the great people in history, like, how many YouTube videos would, like, Einstein would have like 8-9 million subscribers on YouTube. Probably even less. Probably less. I mean, Einstein doesn't seem like he had a lot of personality. He seemed like he was kind of boring. You're like, oh, this is interesting for like 2 minutes, and you're like, oof. Let me go watch a guy get hit in the nuts, or like a baby squirrel find a nut. It's weird how I did both nuts things. But Albert Einstein would definitely not have a lot of people like and subscribe to his YouTube. For sure. The great people in history just really had no personality. You're like, especially all the scientists, they're all like, and then they never got laid, and then they discovered great things. Now we have people that are just out there like, oh, I'm gonna get super rich and famous. I don't want to be famous. Rich is cool. I mean, maybe not rich, but I just don't want to like worry about money. Like, I don't need. After a certain thing, you're not taking that shit with you. I mean, we're not like the Egyptians where they just like buried their money with them. After a while, you just want to have a comfortable life where you don't have, like, you can go out, have vacations, have a nice house, raise a family, and then after that, you're just being greedy. Just have a normal, nice life. Also, another thing I was thinking about, it's going to be random. Ready for it? The mob. Now, does the mob exist? I think so. A form of the mob still exists, probably. But then, the mob was like this secret group, right? In like the 20s and 30s, it was just all these people, these Italians, getting together, and they're like, you know what? Crime. I mean, let's make some money. I mean, the mob sounds great. Except for the murdering. Once you get to the murdering, I'm out. But like literally all they do is sit around, eat, talk shit, and eat, talk shit, and then they murder. That's not good. The money part I love. The murder part I could do without. But the eating, oh my god, if I could just sit around like Tony Soprano, all he did was eat. The dude was eating all the time and talking shit to his friends. And then he like whacked his friends on the boat. Spoiler alert. I won't say who he killed. He killed Big Pussy. But that's all they did. And then like they're like, oh, going on with their life, and they're like ba 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 ba. And then like the Godfather shows up, and you're like, wait a minute, did someone say the mob? And they're like, wait a minute, hey Tony, this motherfucker over here, did he say the mob? Actually, I think the Godfather was a book, but no one reads books, so they were cool until movies showed around. They were like, oh fuck, like shit, people know about us. Golly, now we can't do all this illegal shit. But then you have like mobsters like spilling their tales, like, oh yeah, we used to do this, this, and this, and it's like, dude, you took an oath. You took an oath not to talk shit about any of this. You took an oath to go, make your money, do what you got to do, whack a guy, whack a guy, do this and that, break a couple legs. Yeah, now you're on YouTube, like, spilling your guts about the family, and then you're like, Olive Garden. I mean, the Olive Garden, you went from like a little, that's exactly what it is. You went from like a little mom and pop shop where you were making all your money, and then you went corporate. You went to Olive Garden. You went full Olive Garden, and now you're giving away breadsticks for free. And salad. Well, the salad's not great. Breadsticks I could do, but the salad's like, ugh, it's all moist. And sorry, not to shit talk the Olive Garden. I mean, they might sponsor me one day. They're not going to sponsor me because we're not family. But when I'm there, I'm family. But when I leave the door, not family anymore. What a fucked up establishment there. When you're here, you're family. When you leave, go fuck yourself. Explicit. Sorry, YouTube. I apologize. But also sleepovers. Why can't we do sleepovers anymore? I miss sleepovers. Like, me and my friends all hang out, and then we're like, all right, well, we're all drunk. I'll see you later. Why can't we have sleepovers anymore? Like, now we have alcohol. Like, sleepovers, I used to go to my friend's house, and we used to play video games all night. And we'd, like, have weird, like, make coffee. We'd be like 13, 14 years old, and we'd be like, oh man, let's make some coffee. Let's stay up all night. And then like our parents would come in, and we'd be like, shh, shh, and like pretend like we were sleeping. And like our parents were like, what a bunch of freaking idiots these guys are. All right, whatever. Let me go back. I'm hungover. And we'd pretend like we're sleeping, and then we'd get caught, and we'd be like, yeah, you're right. We should go to sleep. And then we'd be like, yeah, you up? Yeah, shh. Give it like 10 more minutes. Like, our parents really gave a shit. Like, it was the weekend. They didn't care. They were like, oh, well, these kids are going to sleep all day, so I'm going to be up and not have to deal with them. I'm cool with that. But we used to stay up till like 7, 8 in the morning, and then, like, then we'd make fun of the person, like, that fell asleep first. You'd be like, you fell asleep. I'm like, no, that was the right move. You should fall asleep, wake up the next day, and do it all over again. But those are fun nights, being up till 5, 6 in the morning. And then we'd have competitions who would stay up. I would always lose. I love sleep so much. And then all my friends would make fun of me. I'm like, oh man, yeah, right. I'm an idiot. Damn. But now I'm like, dude, the hours of sleep I missed. I mean, I am the idiot now. But yeah, we used to just play GoldenEye all night. Oh my god, that's such a good game. And if you ever, you know what? I would like to say this. I usually say, fuck you, Hitler. I might add, fuck you if you ever picked Oddjob. Fuck you. He was the cheat code. He was Asian. 1, he was Asian. 2, a little person. And you can never get headshots on him. You always missed him. He was hard to shoot. Even when you kneeled down, you wouldn't even get a headshot on him. And then Jaws was like the opposite. He was super tall. So whenever he like kneeled down, instant headshot, boom, dead. Also, fuck you if you pick Jaws. Jaws, Oddjob, assholes. You're assholes. That's why your friends never loved you. I almost said that your parents never loved you, but I don't know if your parents liked GoldenEye and knew how important the picking of characters was. It's a judgment. It's a judgment who you were. It was a judgment who you were. It was based on the way you pick characters was your character. You know what I mean? Little insight into your mind. And, if you cheated at board games, also an asshole. And I'm back. Oh, sorry. I paused it so you didn't know I was back. But, Yeah, my cat meows in my face at like 4 in the morning. Like, hey, buddy. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, you're up? Oh, do me a favor. Get up and feed me. Thanks, bitch. All right, bye. So, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, video games. I miss sleepovers. I miss my dad. My dad passed away like 12 years ago. He was a bit of an asshole, but he used to lie to me all the time. Now I look back and I'm like, that was hilarious. Like he once told me, I was like, hey, Daddy, I have to do a book report about, or a presentation at school. What am I? And he'd be like, oh, well, you're German, Irish. I guess he was drunk. He was like, and you're like 2% Cherokee Indian. I'm like, 2% Cherokee Indian? Oh, my. And I went and I was like telling my teacher, and she's like, you're white as hell, so think that's bullshit. And like my teacher was like, bullshit. I was like, oh my god. I went home. I was like, Dad. Teacher told me it was bullshit. And he's like, well, yeah, I was probably fucking drunk when I told you that. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Now I think that's hilarious. Like growing up, I got a Super Nintendo. I don't know how old I was, so 93-ish, whenever that came out. We got it for Christmas. And we knew we were getting it. Like, me and my sister both asked for it, so we're like, 100%. And so we found it, and we like opened it like maybe a month before Christmas, and we hooked it up and played it after school before our parents came home. And then we, after the third time, we got lazy and just like left the wires hooked up and put the actual thing back. We could have just left it out. Our parents would not have noticed. Well, my dad probably. My mom would not have noticed. So anyway, we're playing it, and then my dad comes home early because he did like night shift, but he came home early, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they didn't need me at work." And he's like, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "Nothing." He's like, "You're playing that Super Nintendo." And he's like, "We're like, yeah." He's like, "All right, cool. I got next." And like, was like, so he started playing it too, all the time. We played it all the time. And like when we opened it on Christmas, my mom's like, "Huh, that box came like out super quick." And my dad was like, "Yep." And then never told her. She probably knew. I mean, my mom's smart. But my dad was also like her third child. He was kind of like, he loved video games. He liked board games. I mean, we never got to play board games because we'd all get angry. Because my sister is a cheat. Don't worry, she'll never listen to this. But never let Megan, my sister, be the bank. She's a dirty cheat all the time. But yeah, we played Sonic too. I remember Sega. My dad, like I was the youngest one, so my dad and my sister beat the game. I was like, oh well, cool. I'll beat it. And you know, I was younger, so I was like having a hard time. And then my dad goes, "Oh yeah." It's like, oh, telling everyone, he's like, "Yeah, me and Megan beat Sonic already. Steven's still working on it." And like, I was like, "Godly." And I'd stay up and just like play it. Go to bed. All right, okay. 10 more minutes. And I go to bed, and I wake up the next morning, and my dad would be like, "Oh yeah, the cat beat it." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, the cat beat it." I was like, "What the hell is he talking about?" And I'm like, "The hell is this? The cat can't play video games. It has no paws. I mean, it has no thumbs." So then I like look at the cat, and she'd be like by the controller. I'm like, this cat did not play this game. My dad's like bullshitting me, whatever. Then I start to wake up, and the game would be on. And I'd be like, I don't see Dad. I don't see Meg. Who's playing it? Come to find out, my dad would like kind of like creep around, turn the video game on, walk away, and then just laugh about how I thought the cat was beating the video game. He would literally put this game on, waste his money, paying the electricity just so I would be like, damn, this cat is beating this game. Fuck this cat. I was getting mad at the cat. I started to not like that cat, and that cat was like probably the greatest cat of all time. Like that cat, Molly, my first pet. Miss you, Molly. Miss you every day. I would chase that cat around. That cat like never scratched me, never hissed at me, and I was a little bitch. I would chase her around, like pick her up, basic child stuff. I mean, borderline serial killer stuff. I mean, I never hurt the cat. I might like drop her, or like pet her too hard, but never like murder the cat, bury the cat. Serial killer shit. But yeah, my dad would literally turn this game on, pretend the cat beat it, and never told me this until he's like, I'm dying. Here's all this shit that I did to you when you were growing up. It's funny as hell. I still laugh about it. Fuck you. I'm like, you're a real piece of work. I was like, thanks for that. So I'm gonna end this. It's a little bonus episode. I hope you enjoy. Let's see. Let's toast of the week, or toast of the day, I should probably say. Let's do toast of the week. To the mob. Don't kill people, but I mean, other than that, you guys seem like a cool boys club. To my dad. To my cat, Molly. Miss you every day. I should have probably said that about my dad, but I miss you too. That's it. And also, if you picked Oddjob or Jaws during GoldenEye, fuck you. And also, as always, fuck Hitler. Love you. Bye.